Buffalo Bills. Now, this would sound a lot better if you would have told me this in the preseason, but knowing what I know right now against the Buffalo Bills doesn't really say much for me. But listen, a win is a win nonetheless. After a late drive to tie the game in regulation, the Eagles went on to score the game-winning touchdown by Jalen Hurts to secure the victory for the Philadelphia Eagles. Like I said, winning by score 37-34. Jalen Hurts went 18-31 for 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, and interception. Josh Allen went 29-51, 339 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Josh Allen was also the leading rusher for Buffalo with 9 carries, 81 yards, and 2 touchdowns. DeAndre Swift had 14 carries for 80 yards, and Gabe Davis of Buffalo had 6 receptions, 105 yards, and a touchdown, while Devontae Smith of Philadelphia had 7 receptions, 106 yards, and a touchdown. Buffalo also allowed 17 points in the fourth quarter by Philadelphia, which allowed them to come back. And listen, this was a great offensive performance by Philadelphia. Finally, it looked like they had a little more balance to their running and passing attack, something that we've been looking for all season from Philadelphia. And it showed that even when the defense is not up to par, not playing in the way they need to, Philadelphia can still find a way to win. Though you don't want to see them struggle against a team like Buffalo, who has been subpar, to say the least, all season. Listen, we talked about this last year, whether or not their championship window had closed, and I said it did. But some people felt that they can still find a way to keep that window open and compete for an AFC championship. But I think it's too late now. And if you're management in Buffalo, you start looking to rebuild or move pieces around, reload around Josh Allen again. But then maybe we need to start questioning how good Josh Allen really is. Listen, I just read off the numbers. He's great. But does Josh Allen really win? Is he a winner? And that's the question now, because he's got the numbers. Yeah, he's got the athleticism. He's got the talent. I'm not saying he's not talented. He's a very talented player, but there's a difference between being talented and winning football games. And maybe we have to start questioning now whether he's talented, how talented he truly is. Or is he a winner? Does he really win? And is he a modern day Brett Favre? Brett Favre does have a Super Bowl, but when are we going to start to see more consistent winning occur for Josh Allen? And that's the next question. And that's the next box he needs to check off on his list. And listen, Buffalo's 6-6 right now, 1-4 on the road. I just don't think they're going to be able to make the playoffs. But if you're Philadelphia, like we said, listen, the NFC is just so weak this year. Is there really any competition for the Philadelphia Eagles? I think Detroit will give them a little bit of fits, or Dallas, but those are the only 2 teams. San Francisco, perhaps, but I don't genuinely believe that any of those teams can go into Philadelphia and beat Philadelphia, on the road. So I don't think Philadelphia really has any competition in the NFC. I do think, if you had to ask me right now, I do think that they'll make it back to the Super Bowl. But of all the NFC teams, I think San Francisco and Detroit and Dallas are the only teams that can really give Philadelphia any sort of noise or any sort of competition. But I just don't think any of those teams can beat Philadelphia in Philadelphia, which is why I believe that realistically I don't think Philadelphia has any competition for them. But the biggest competition that Philadelphia is going to have is themselves. Can they be consistent? Can they find balance on the offense side of the ball? Will Jalen Hurts be healthy? These are questions that need to be answered with a yes for Philadelphia before you start to consider them returning to the Super Bowl. We saw what Jalen Hurts can do when healthy, and we saw what the offense of Philadelphia can do when there's a balanced attack. When you're not relying too heavily on the passing attack, and you're finding balance, and the offensive line is creating protection, both run protection and pass protection. We know how great the offensive line was last year. They've struggled a bit in this season, especially last week against Kansas City. But this front seven in Buffalo, we know, has not been the best at generating pressure. So that could be why Philadelphia did so well running the ball and in pass protection. How will they perform against teams like in San Francisco that can generate a lot of pressure? That remains to be seen. But if Philadelphia can shore up those issues, the health of Jalen Hurts and the balance on the offense side of the ball, then, like I said, I don't think Philadelphia will have any issues coming out of the NFC. But there's got to be things that need to be shored up on the offensive line before we can get there. But there is something still missing from this Philadelphia team compared to last year. It's almost like a spark that they can be had. I see Philadelphia and I say they can be had in terms of a team from the AFC defeating them. Philadelphia scared me last year more than it does this year, because you can see the chinks in the armor of Philadelphia this season. But like I said, because the NFC is so weak, even with seeing the chinks in the armor, I don't think that a team from the NFC can truly beat Philadelphia. Like I said, in Philadelphia. And listen, this is what I see right now. Could things change? Sure, absolutely, things could change. But based on what I've seen so far, 11 weeks into the season, or 12 weeks into the season, I'm sorry, this is what I've seen so far, and that would be the assertion I'd have to make. But no question about it, there's more competition in the AFC, and there's more top to bottom, more teams that can vie for a Super Bowl appearance in the AFC than in the NFC. And that's what I've seen so far. But no doubt about it, Philadelphia has to build more consistency on the offensive side of the ball and shore up their offensive line and the health of Jalen Hurts. Those are the biggest question marks for Philadelphia. And if they can answer those questions and they can fix those issues, then no doubt about it, Philadelphia will be back in the Super Bowl come this season, at the end of the season. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think in the chat room. I'd love to hear all about it. I'd love to hear what you guys think. But with that being said, guys, that's it for our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a wonderful episode. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, so you guys can stay up to date on all of our latest content. And if you haven't already, be sure to follow us on Patreon as well. You can do so by going to patreon.com, clicking on the search bar, and typing in "Sorry to Bother You" show. That way you can get access to all of our exclusive content that we post daily. And if you would like to support our network and our company, you can do so by following the link in the ticker below. It's streamelements.com/sorrytobotheryoushow/tip. Once again, it's streamelements.com/sorrytobotheryoushow/tip. None of this is possible without you guys as fans, so we're so grateful and honored for all the love and support that you show us, because this platform is for you guys, man, and we're blessed to be able to share our thoughts and insight on not just football, but life, because we know that sports is interconnected with life, and sports is really just a microcosm of representation of how life operates. So we're grateful to have this platform and share it with you guys. But with that being said, guys, we'll be back again same time tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, with another episode for our show. Tomorrow will be our basketball show, as well as our so tomorrow will just be our basketball show. Yep, because we will do our college football show right after this, and then after that we'll wait until after the new rankings come out to do our next college football show. So like I said, tomorrow will be our basketball show. So Guys, like I said, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back again same time tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, guys, continue to stay safe, be vigilant, make smart decisions, and peace.